finding freedom in release, letting go. Two words that sound simple, but carry the weight of lifetimes. Letting go is one of the hardest things we as human beings will ever have to do. It means surrendering control, releasing attachment, and trusting that what's meant for you will not miss you. It means finding peace with the past, and not because it was easy, but because you choose not to let it define your future. We all say we want to grow, we all say we want peace, but real peace only comes when you make the brave decision to let go of what's holding you back. It could be pain, it could be people, it could be the version of yourself that you created just to survive. Maybe it's an old story that plays in your head, the one that says you're not enough, you're not worthy, you're not lovable. Maybe it's resentment that sits heavy on your chest. Maybe it's guilt for what you did or what you didn't do. Maybe it's fear of what happens next if you stop holding on. Whatever it is, you know it's there. You feel it, the weight, the resistance, the tension between who you were and who you are becoming. And the truth is, the space between those two versions of you, that's where letting go happens. That's where transformation begins. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It doesn't mean you erase what happened. Letting go means you stop letting it control you. You stop letting it take your peace. You stop giving your power to the pain, because every time you replay the moment that broke you, every time you relive the conversation that cut deep, every time you scroll through the past wishing it was different, you give your energy to something that no longer deserves it. You deserve to be free. You deserve to breathe without the weight of what was. You deserve to wake up in the morning and not feel your heart ache for what's already gone. Letting go is the bridge between who you were and who you're meant to be. It's the moment you stop chasing closure and start choosing peace. It's when you finally say, I don't need to understand everything to move forward, because sometimes understanding comes later when you've already walked through the fire and come out stronger. I remember a woman I once spoke to. She told me that she spent years replaying a breakup that shattered her. She wanted answers, she wanted closure, she wanted to know why someone who promised forever suddenly walked away. She said, I thought if I could just understand it, I could let it go. But years passed and the understanding never came. And one day, sitting alone with her tears, she realized maybe the closure isn't supposed to come from them. Maybe it's supposed to come from me. Maybe I have to give it to myself. And that's what she did. She decided to close that chapter herself. She stopped waiting for an apology. She stopped waiting for the story to make sense. She said, I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace. And that moment, that sacred act of letting go, changed her life. Because here's the truth. You don't heal by holding on. You heal by letting go. You don't find peace by controlling outcomes. You find peace by trusting that what's meant for you will always find its way back. You don't gain strength by clinging tighter. You gain strength by releasing with grace. And yes, it's hard, because letting go is a form of death. The death of what could have been, the death of old dreams, the death of identities you outgrew. But death in nature is always followed by rebirth. When the leaves fall, the tree doesn't mourn them. It knows spring will come again. When the sun sets, the world doesn't fear darkness. It knows dawn will return. So why do we fight endings when every ending is secretly a beginning in disguise? The truth is, sometimes we hold on because we don't trust ourselves to survive without what we lost. But look at you. You've survived things you once thought would destroy you. You've picked yourself up from heartbreaks, disappointments, and losses you thought you'd never recover from. You are still here, breathing, growing, evolving. You've done the impossible before. You can do it again. Letting go isn't weakness, it's strength, it's courage. It's looking at the chaos and saying, even if I don't understand this right now, I trust that something beautiful is coming. That's faith. That's grace. You see, letting go is not the end of your story. It's the turning point. It's the chapter where you stop fighting against what life took away and start trusting that maybe, just maybe, it was making room for what you truly deserve. Sometimes God, the universe, whatever you believe in, removes things from your life not as punishment, but as protection. Sometimes the no is actually mercy. Sometimes the rejection is redirection. Sometimes the thing you thought you couldn't live without was actually keeping you from everything you're meant to be. And the beauty of letting go is that once you truly release, life rushes in to fill the space you created. It brings new people, new blessings, new opportunities, new love, things that match the frequency of who you are now. Because the universe responds to release. The moment you stop clinging, you start receiving. The moment you unclench your fist, you realize that peace has been waiting for you all along. And I know sometimes letting go feels unfair. You might say, but I gave everything. I loved deeply. I tried. And yes, you did. But not every story is meant to last forever. Some people come into your life to teach you, to mirror your strength, to awaken something inside you, and then they must leave. It hurts, but it's sacred. Because even in goodbye, there's growth. Even in endings, there's evolution. Even in loss, there's love, if you're willing to see it. You can love someone deeply and still let them go. You can honor a season that ended and still move forward with gratitude. You can forgive yourself for what you didn't know and still celebrate who you're becoming. That's what healing looks like. Not erasing the past, but learning to hold it with love instead of pain. There's a quiet freedom that comes when you finally release. It's the sound of your spirit exhaling. It's the peace that whispers, you made it. You're safe now. It's the lightness that comes from no longer fighting battles that have already been won. And when that moment comes, when you feel yourself release the weight, when you breathe without ache, when you smile without pretending, that's when you know you've let go. Letting go doesn't mean the memory disappears. It means the memory no longer controls you. It means you can think about it and still feel peace. It means the scar remains, but it no longer bleeds. It becomes part of your story, a story that speaks of resilience, of faith, of rebirth. So I want you to imagine yourself standing at the edge of your old life, holding all the pain, all the stories, all the versions of yourself that no longer fit. And then I want you to imagine opening your hands, let it fall, let it go, watch it drift away. Feel how light you become when you stop carrying what was never yours to hold. Because you were never meant to carry the past forever. You were meant to learn from it, bless it, and release it. And when you do, when you let go with love, with faith, with gratitude, you'll find that life has been waiting to rush in with new beginnings. You'll find that peace is not something you chase. It's something you create when you release what's heavy. You'll find that love was never gone. It was simply buried under the weight of everything you refused to let go of. So today, I invite you to set yourself free, free from the memories that haunt you, free from the guilt that chains you, free from the fear that limits you, free from the story that says you're not enough, because you are enough. You always have been. You just needed to let go of everything that told you otherwise. And when you finally do, when you stand in your truth, when you choose peace over pain, when you choose faith over fear, when you choose to release instead of resist, you will discover that letting go isn't losing. It's becoming, it's rising, it's returning home to yourself. You are not what you lost. You are not what hurt you. You are what you survived. You are what you learned. You are what you became through it all. So let go. Let go with love. Let go with faith. Let go with the knowing that what's meant for you will never require you to shrink, to beg, or to hold on in pain. Let go because your freedom is waiting on the other side. And when you finally release, you'll realize that peace was never missing. It was you who needed to stop holding on.